What's up, YouTube? Georgia Silver Hunter back with our weekly $1,000 half-dollar hunt. As you can see, we've got our first box of Brinks wrapped rolls from our local Fifth Third. I've already opened them at the bank because I always like to check to make sure I have all my rolls, because I have been shorted entire rolls before, and that's no fun when you get home because then you can't prove you were shorted and you're just out the 10 bucks. So with that, we're going to jump into these. We are looking for silver, a number of varieties and errors, NIFCs, and San Francisco proofs. All of those coins have at least some little bit of value, all the way up to a whole bunch of value if you find the right error variety. And of course, our silver, our 40% silver is going to weigh in around $3.50 a coin, and our 90% silver is going to run anywhere from, with premiums, $9 to maybe $10 a coin. So looking forward to jumping into these, so let's get to it. Before we jump into this first box of halves, I did want to take a moment to recognize one of my new channel members. This is Ronald Lopez. He sent a very thoughtful gift, and honestly, it's a bit much, but I really appreciate it. He actually sent me a Franklin half-dollar 1948 to 1963 Dansko album. And if you're unfamiliar with Dansko albums, they are probably the most premium albums you can get to store your coin collections. And I'm actually going to go back through my last few hunts and locate the Benjamin Franklins that we... or the Benjis, as we like to call them, from those hunts, and start filling this book up from the last few hunts. Other than that, I will only add to this book for future hunts. And he sent a little note with it. It says, "Your subs, including myself, love Benjis, and I know you do as well. I challenge you to fill this album from constitutional silver hunts. If not, just enjoy this cool album." Ronald Lopez. So, hey, I really appreciate it, Ronald. Thank you so much. This is a great album. I'm very thankful to have it, and thank you so much. And you will see this in the future on the channel as we find Ben Franklin, or Benjis as we like to call them, in our hunts. So let's get to that first box. So if this is the first time joining the channel and following along with a coin roll hunt, I mentioned it in the intro, we are looking for a bunch of different things, all because they either have numismatic value or, quite frankly, we're pulling them out because they shouldn't be in circulation anyway. I do have a document in the description down below this video that has all of the things that we'll be looking for, and that document's good for any of our coin roll hunts, really, not just half dollars. I have every major denomination down there. I'm going to stop here real quick to show you. We did just come across two 2021 Philadelphias. I get tons and tons of these. And due to COVID, the Mint released most of those into circulation. So they're not considered NIFCs, or not intended for circulation coins. So we don't pay those any attention. And you'll see me if I pull them out and notice they're 2021s, we'll just keep on going. What else can I say here? I am going to go through the first 10 rolls on camera, but we did come across our first legitimate not intended for circulation coin, and that is this here 2004, and I'm trying to get it so the glare can show you the date and the mint mark, but 2004 Philly in really good shape. Our not intended for circulation coins are super low mintage, and they are 2002 to 2020, and I understand that 2024 is going to be a new NIFC year, and they are extremely low mintage for half dollars. Some of them as low as only 3 or 4 million minted. I know that sounds like a lot, but when you look at like the bicentennial, the 1975-76 half dollar, and I don't remember the exact mintage off the top of my head, but it's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of those were made. So when you're talking about a half dollar that they only made 2 or 3 million of, that is extremely low mintage. But we seem to be having a lot of new 2021 so far. I will go back through these because the mint errors and varieties like the no FG and the double die obverse, you have to look at each coin. You can't just look at the edge to determine if you have silver. And again, I always like to mention for my new folks out there, I do have here's a 1966 40%er I just had on my desk. You can clearly see how that silver jumps out. It has a very different color. So that's what we're looking for when we edge hunt our half dollars. So hopefully we'll see some of those later in this box. Obviously that was one I had just sitting off to the side. So nothing in there. I'm just assuming those super bright shiny ones are 2021s. So I'll do 4 more cameras here, or 4 more rolls on camera, and then I will go off camera and bring you guys in as we find things. But so far, we've got the NIFC and just a lot of 2021s and a lot of clad. Here is roll number 9. And here is roll number 10. And that too just looks like a lot of clad. Let's check this guy here. That's kind of got a real wide rim, real wide edge. Do we have a proof? What do we have there? No, just a 1989 Philly. And with an edge that thick, that could have been pulled from a mint set. Very possibly. It's a gorgeous coin, but I find a lot of really, really nice looking 1989. So not going to hang on to that myself. All right, well, I'm going to go through. If I find an error or variety, I'll bring in, we'll talk all about it. Otherwise, the next time you see me, we'll probably be deeper in this box when we come across something interesting. Well, wouldn't you know it, I just got into roll number 11, and I got the paper off and started to go through it, and you can see I've got some really shiny coins in there, like I did in roll numbers 1 through 10, so I thought they were all 2021s, and when I take a look here, it's shiny like a 2021. This is an absolutely immaculate coin. But it's a 1987 Denver, and for those of you that didn't know, the 87 is one of our NIFC years. These were only produced in mint and I believe proof sets, and of course with the Denver mint mark it would be a mint set. So these were not generally made available to the public, so this came from a collector and put back in circulation, and it looks fantastic. So breaking in here to roll number 14, and I don't even have the paper all the way off. I've just got another one of those really, really wide rims. A lot of times when you see a rim this wide with this much copper, you are looking at some kind of proof. It could be another 1987 or some other kind of mint coin, like that 1989, I think it was, in the first couple of coins. But no, this one was a 1986. I do think, again, this probably was pulled from a mint set. Philadelphia, super wide edge on that thing. And unfortunately, got a little crap on the back there. But gorgeous coin. I thought it might have been a proof or another 1987, but not this time. So I just ripped into roll number 20 and it got by me. I saw lots of shiny edges. Again, lots of 2021s in here. And I thought this was just going to be a dirty clad coin. But if you look at it, it doesn't have that clad line in it. It's just dirty. And I've already looked at it, and that's how I knew to pull you in. But we've got ourselves our first silver on the hunt. It is an older 1965. This was the first year of the 40% silver. And I mean, it's seen better days. But it's 40% silver. It's why we do this, and it's definitely one for the board. All right, well, we found some silver, so let's go ahead and open the next 10 rolls on camera. And if we don't find anything, I'll fast forward through it, or we'll just cut this clip out entirely. All right, well, we got some interesting stuff in here for sure. Well, at least I think it's going to be interesting. Hopefully you guys can see that bling in there. I think we're going to have at least a proof, maybe 2, or some mint coins. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, so there's a 1990D. This looks like it's from a mint set, just judging from the edge. Hopefully you guys can see that on camera. Super, super thick. And see, this is jumping out here on the end. That was the other really thick, and this is going to be it's that thick edge. This is going to be a San Francisco proof. You can tell from the frosted details on it. Our good friend there, John F. Kennedy, is frosted instead of the same color of the coin, and it's a mirror finish. And other than fingerprints, this one's actually in pretty good shape from a circulation perspective. 2010 San Francisco. What else did we have in here? We got a 2021, and there was one more that looked kind of thick right here. We've got another 1986 Philly. So these could have come from like a little mini collection dump or something. I mean, those couple of 86s and that 89 definitely look like they came from some like an opened mint set. So that's a possibility for sure. Where can I put that so you guys can see it? We'll put it right there. So So let's see here. This is roll 26. I'm going to run out of room here on my mat. So 1988, another kind of mint set looking coin. Super wide edge, super coppery. I'm willing to bet that got pulled from a mint set as well. I should put that aside and check it against my books and see if it's an upgrade, because it's a gorgeous coin. What we got going on here? Just a 72. This is roll number, what is it, 28. I think that's just going to be another 2021. Yeah, it is. I can see it from the edge there. Here comes roll number 29. Let's see what we got in here. All right, not seeing anything in there. It's just an 88. All right, and here is roll number 30. Ooh, look at that. Oh, wow, that was hiding there on the edge. Wow, that is super shiny. That's going to be a proof. I think that has to be a proof. Let me put these down so you can see that up close. Look at that. It is a proof. This is a 2011 San Francisco 90% silver proof. And to show you the difference, there's the 2016 San Francisco, and look at the difference in the edges. Look at all that copper. This is all silver. The other way we can tell, and you know, I don't know if maybe you guys can see I'm just running out of room here on my mat. I'm going to turn on my scale, and hopefully you guys can see that. Our silver coin weighs 12.7 grams, and our clad proof weighs 11.3. So we know that is 90% silver, and that is absolutely amazing. I haven't found a silver proof in a long time. So I'm going to clean up, or not clean up, I should say. I'm going to go through the rest of these coins and maybe find some other stuff. And those couple of mint set coins, I'll pull aside and we'll check my books at the end to see if any of them are upgrades. So this is pretty cool. I just picked up that roll number 30 to start going through it. You know how I kind of hold them in my hand and shuffle through them there real quick. That first coin on the top looks to be a Panamanian Balboa. Republica de Panama, 1993, and it is a Balboa. I love these. I love the design. This is one of my favorite obverse designs on a $50. Absolutely amazed that ended up being there on the end right next to that silver proof, and we didn't see it because of the way I showed you guys the coins. So that is pretty darn cool. We'll add that to the board as well. All right, well, let's continue on with 10 more rolls, just in case the next 10 look like the last 10. And looks like we're going to have more silver right here in the very first roll. So that was roll 31, if I'm doing my math right. I can see it right there on the edge, almost in the same spot that proof was. Let's have a look at this together. We got ourselves a 1967 40%er. We'll take it. That's 2 40s on the box. I've got a dirty guy here. What is that? It's a 72. The rest of that just looks like clad. Here is roll number 36. All kinds of neat looking things in here. Let's see. Another 1987. There's a Philly. So we got the Philly and the Denver in this hunt. And both of them just in outstanding shape. Absolutely outstanding shape. So we'll put that in there with him. See here, it's just a nice looking 93. Nice looking 97. 95, and probably a 2021. Yep, just a 2021. So that's pretty cool. We got an 87 P and D. Now, if you don't coin roll hunt too much, just so you guys know, that 1987 P&D is one of the tougher NIFCs to find, outside of probably the 1970, which is 40% silver. And I will go sometimes 30, 40, 50, 60 boxes, sometimes more, between finding those. That's how rare they are to find. So, kind of a big deal to get those. All right, nothing in here looks too fancy. 2000 and probably another 2021. Roll number 39. It's another just nice looking 1986. And here's roll number 40. All right, a little bit more bling in here. All right, so we've got ourselves a 2006 Denver NIFC. We're just going to throw that on top of the 4 because we're running out of room. And let's see down here, we've got ourselves a 1990 Denver. Looks like a mint set coin. We'll see if that's an upgrade for our books. Just another 2021. All right. Well, let's get through these for varieties, and I'll bring you back in for those last 10. All right, everybody, we are on our last 10 rolls, and don't forget, we've got another whole box coming up after this one. These were bought at the same time from the same bank, so it is entirely possible we've got more silver coming in that box. This would be roll number 42. More interesting looking thick orange edges here. What do we have? We got another 1987. That looks like a Philly. It's super shiny, tough to read. Looks like somebody might have polished this one or electroplated it, but we've got ourselves a 1987 Philly. So that's 3 87s in this box, which is just a little bit more evidence to say that this is a semi-collection dump, or at least some small piece of it. All right, well, you saw I just pulled 2 coins there. We've got ourselves a 2003 Denver NIFC. We'll put that up there between the 2 and 3, and we got a 2006 Philly. And I think we had a Denver earlier. Yeah, we did. So we got a Philly and a Denver 2006. All right, roll number 45. Got a 2018. All right, so 2018 looks like a Denver. Got another NIFC there. Roll number 46. This has been a great box of halves. If they were all like this, I would do nothing but hunt halves. Unfortunately, they can't all be like this. There's an 88D. I'll check against my books. Looks like another mint coin. Mint set coin. Bicentennial. It's a 2012. 2012 Denver. It's another 2021. All right, 3 rolls left. Here's roll number 47. I hate to see the end of this box coming here. We got an 88 Philly that looks fantastic. Got a 2009 Philly NIFC. It's just a 1990. What else do we have down here? 74, 77 with some writing on it, and an 89. All right. Nothing else there. Here is roll number 49. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, I see something super white already. That's either going to be another 2021 or something silver. Look at that. I think that's going to be another proof silver right there. Let's check that little shiny guy there, 74. All right, let's take a look at it together. Boom, 2009. San Francisco, 90% proof. These are super tough to find because these have to be pulled out of mint sets, silver proof sets. Those don't get into circulation any other way. I believe it's the only way to buy those is as a silver proof set. So odds are somebody inherited something they didn't understand, or it was stolen, more than likely. All right, here's roll number 50, and we got silver, I think, here in the we might even have 2 silvers here in this very last roll. Maybe not. They could be fakers. Let's check it out together. We've got right here, I think that is going to be silver, 1965. Roll number 50, 40%. And right here, that is going to be silver, 1968 Denver. Another 40%, making it 4 on the box. And the rest of this just looks like clad. All right, well, let me get through these for errors and varieties, and we'll come back and do a wrap-up. We found a ton of stuff in this box, so this video might be a little bit long. And if box number 2 is like this, it's going to be really long. So give me a minute. Let me check these, and we'll be right back. So here we are. We've rewrapped everything except 2 rolls because we had so many finds, and I think I showed you most of them in the video. If not, I might have edited out showing finding a few of them just to keep the length of the video down, but maybe not. We'll start with the really, really cool stuff here. We did end up with 2 1965s, a 67, a 68 Denver, all 40% silver. Again, those are $3 and maybe 40 cents, $3.50 with premiums. A little bit less than that, about $3.29 or so if you just look at pure melt value. These are really, really cool because they ended up being a 2009 and 2011 San Francisco silver proof. So these are 90% silver. These guys are at least $9 to $10 a piece. So all in all, if we just look at melt value, we've got almost $30 worth of silver here, about $29.30. But with premiums, we're probably closer to $32, maybe $33. So that is awesome to find in a box of circulated halves. Moving on down, I love finding these Balboas. This is really cool. This is something I've just created a tube of these. I hang on to every one that we find. We did get a standard 2010 San Francisco clad proof. Again, you can tell from the copper edge. We did find 3 of those really hard to find 1987 NIFCs, 2 Phillies, 1 Denver, and 1 looks like maybe somebody tried to electroplate it. But both really, really nice. As for the NIFC count, we had a 2002, a 3, a 4, a Philly and Denver for the 2006, so we got the pair. We got a 2009, 2012, a really busted 2014, and a 2018, and I'm currently trying to get together another book full of these, so I'll add this to whatever I need to complete that book. Everything else will go back, and some of these may just be upgrades for that. And then these last ones I did pull, they look like they were mint set coins, and they were 86s, 88s, and 90s. Based on my 2 books I have up here, these 4 look like they will be upgrades across the 2 books. And these 3, unfortunately, didn't make the cut, so they'll be going back. But all in all, this was a fantastic first box. I'm hoping the second box can be just as good, so let's get into it. All right, well, here we are with box number 2. In the interest of time, because I think box number 1's actually going to end up being quite long based on the number of finds we had. And if you're fast forwarding and just stopping here, make sure you do go back and watch box number 1. It was a doozy. So I'm just going to open 2 or 3 of these rolls here live, as it were, or at least on camera. And then I will go off camera and hunt the rest of this box and bring you guys in only if we find interesting things like silver. So far, nothing. Let's do one more roll together. All right, not seeing much there. Looks like maybe another 2021, which is nice because we know box number 1 had lots of 2021s, and we did have silver in that box. So, all right, hopefully see you guys soon. Well, unfortunately, we've got to the end of box number 2, and we literally have nothing to show for it. That box was a lot like the hunt that I did last week. Lots of edge-marked coins. The first half of it looked a little bit like box number 1, but the second half of it, lots and lots of marked coins. Nothing there. Not even like a lonely NIFC. Nothing to show you at all. But I'm not going to be too upset about it because we had a stellar box number 1 We had 2 of those San Francisco 90% silver proofs that were awesome. We talked about value kind of at the end of box number 1, so if you want to go and learn about the value, just go back in the video just a little bit. But 4 40%ers, 2 90%ers that were San Francisco proofs. We also had a pretty cool Balboa. We had a pretty cool Clad NIFC, or I'm sorry, Clad proof, San Francisco proof. And then we had a whole host of NIFCs. I'm not going to go back through the dates. And I did have 4 book upgrades, which I've already punched down, so those have all gone back in rolls, the leftovers from that. But anyway, this was a really, really cool hunt. Anytime we find silver in a box, it's awesome. It's what we're doing this for. And finding these San Francisco, silver proofs, I can't even say silver proof because I find so few of them, is really, really, really cool. So with that, we're going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, let me know. Drop on down below. Click that like button and leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you're hunting, what you're finding. Just love to hear from you guys. And if you're new to the channel and you like coin roll hunts, we do a whole lot of them. So make sure that you click that subscribe button and click that little bell and select all so you get notified each and every time I do release a video, because you don't want to miss any of them. Special shout out to all my channel members. Thank you guys so much for being members of the channel and helping us out every month. Really, really appreciate it. If you want to learn more about memberships, drop on down below this video and click that join button, learn all about the memberships. So with that, we're going to end it. I still have that box of pennies that I haven't gotten into. I've mentioned it in my last 2 or 3 videos. Probably crack into that next. And with that, I hope you guys are doing well. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.